Hello everyone. As you know, we were reading chapter 3, public, private and global enterprise, and we already discussed about private and public enterprise. So today in this video we will discuss about global enterprise, or we can say multinational corporation or companies. So see, generally we don't use the term global in our day-to-day life, yeah? We use the term multinational. Hmm. So this multinational, or you can say MNC, but yeah, both are same. Okay. So let's understand in detailed way. So multinational companies or multinational enterprise. Multinational company may be defined of a company that has business operation in several countries by having its factories, branches or office in those countries, but it has its headquarters in one country in which it is incorporated. So, multinational company, or we can say global company, is a company which has its operation in more than one country. Okay, and it has its headquarters in one country. Though it can operate its business in many countries, but it has its headquarters is only one country and business operation in other countries. So, a multinational corporation has its registered office in one country, and that one country where the office is registered, that country is called as home country of that business. Okay, home country, and it carries its business uh, operation in number of foreign countries, and that other foreign countries were called as host countries. Okay, so a multinational corporation may control production and marketing facilities in more than one country. So just take an example of like Coca-Cola. Okay, it is a company registered in USA. Okay, and it has its production and marketing facilities in many countries of the world, like including India also. So that the home country of Coca-Cola is America or USA, and its host countries are other rest countries including India also. Okay, so in short we can say that management corporation or companies are those enterprise whose management ownerships and controls are spread in more than one foreign country. Okay, and this multinational corporation started about 25 years ago and have spread their operation in almost all over the world. And but USA has the maximum number of multinational corporation in the world. And in India, this multinational corporation operates in the fields such as like chemical or machinery, like aluminum, metals, and its products, or we can say engineering goods, consumer goods, and many more. Okay. So let us discuss about its features. So its features number one is huge capital resources. Multinational corporation possess huge capital resources and they are able to raise lots of funds from various sources. That means these enterprises have huge financial resources and they have the ability to raise funds from different sources. Okay, and these funds are raised by the issue of like issuing equity or shares or debentures, etc., and they issue that all to the public. So the investor of the host countries are always willing to invest in them because of their high credibility in the market. Okay, then second is international operation. A multinational corporation has production, marketing, and other facilities in several countries. That means this corporation operates in a number of countries, and the parent corporation or home corporation is in home country itself, and the production and marketing activities are carried on in a number of host countries. So this corporation operates through subsidiaries, or we can say branches set up in different countries. So the production economies of host countries are availed and products are like marked wherever there is a demand for them. Okay. Next is centralized control. That means multinational corporations has a big or giant size business enterprise. Okay, and this management of multinational corporation is centralized, and the plan and policies are framed by the parent country, and subsidiaries and branches in host countries only implement them. Okay, so the multinational corporation have controlling equities in subsidiary companies and implementing their main policies everywhere. The next is foreign collaboration. Usually they enter into agreement relating to sale of technology, production of goods, use of brand name, etc. with local firm in the host country. So foreign collaborations means like foreign collaboration isn't like a agreement or contract between two or more companies and for different countries, okay, for mutual benefits. So this collaborating agreement can be, so they have that agreement. Usually they enter into the agreement relating to like a sale of technology, production of goods, or use of brand name, etc. with the local firm in the host country. Okay. Then next we have is advanced technology. That means these companies have advanced technological power in their method of production, and they are able to conform to international quality standards. Okay, and this technology helps in the improvement of production method of the countries where they are working. Then next is product innovation. Multinational corporations have highly sophisticated research and development department. These are engaged in developing new products and superior design of existing product. That means global enterprise are characterized by having highly sophisticated research and development department. Okay, and this department engaged in the process of developing newer or better products. So qualitative research requires high investment which only global enterprise can afford to spend, and other enterprise, public or private, they cannot afford it, but mostly the global enterprise can afford that spend. Then marketing strategies. Multinational corporations use aggressive marketing strategy. Their demands are well known and spend huge amounts on advertising and sales promotion. That means these multinational corporations have like spend much resources on development, okay, and they have they invest loads of its investment or amounts in advertising and sell promotions. They always give their advertisement, or like they give the hoardings of their business. Okay, so they are like technologically developed, and they know how to trap the customer, consumer, or countries towards their business. Okay, so they use their marketing strategies and use their names, brand names, as well as product and everything through the advertisement. Then next we have benefits or advantages of multinational corporations. So following are the salient features of multinational corporations. See, multinational corporations have helped the development of host countries. Yes, so by bringing capital and technology which was badly needed by them. So these corporations have helped both trade and industry. So number one is huge assets and turnover. Because of operation of a global basis, multinational corporations have huge physical and financial assets, and these also result in huge turnover of multinational corporations. So in fact, the term of assets and turnover mean multinational companies are bigger than national economies of the several countries, as it is working in more than one country. So it have gained the more amount, and they have the vast resources in their command. Okay, and these corporation use their subsidiaries company to enter into the host countries. Okay, and the capital resources of these are supplemented by the multinationals. So because they have that global basis, global environment, so these companies have huge physical and financial assets, and these also result in the huge turnover. Okay, and multinational corporations are bigger than other national economies of the several countries, because they are working in more than, they are engaging, they are expanding their business in more than one countries. Okay, the next is international operation through a network of branches. Multinational corporations have production and marketing operation in several countries. Yes, that means the multinational corporations, they operate in more than one countries, and they have that policies or knowledge of the productions or marketing strategies. Yes, so operating through a network of branches, subsidiaries, and affiliates in host countries. Yes, so that multinational companies, that the capital resources of host countries are supplemented by the multinational corporation. The next is mighty economic power. Multinational corporations are powerful economic entities. So they keep on adding to their economic power through constant mergers and acquisition of companies in host countries. They have the economic power, they have the capital power, and so because of that, they keep on adding the economic power through the constant acquisitions of companies in host countries. Okay, they constantly, they expand their business in more than one countries in all over the world. Okay, next is professional management. A multinational corporation employs professionally trained managers to handle huge funds, advanced technology, and international business operation. That means multinational corporation have the large financial resources at their command, so they appoint professional managers to undertake various activities. Okay, and the specialist in the field of finance and marketing or production, etc. So they are appointed to look after various functions. The next is better quality of product. A multinational corporation has to compete to the world level. It therefore has to pay special attention to the quality of its products. So these companies, they always look after the quality of their product, because they have always the competition all over the world or in businesses. So they always try to look after or give their special attention towards their products, so that it will be highly taken by the public or the host countries. Okay, then next we have demerits or disadvantages or limitation of multinational corporations. So I have written here only the points, and detailed you will get in your book. So number one is political dominance. That means this multinational corporations, they concentrate economic power in their hands. Okay, so through this power, they try to dominate the political decision of the host countries. Okay, and the countries which are dependent for economic help on the big countries cannot take the political decision without the wish of their master. Okay, so like East India Company entered India as a trading company and then ruled the country, and they ruled the country for centuries. Okay, so such tactics or technique are tried even at present also. So they are always the political dominance of the multinational companies. Next is harmful for producers. So how multinational corporations are harmful for the producer also. So they enter to the multinational is like the entry of multinational corporation is like harmful to producers of the host countries. Okay, and these corporations are in a position to sell goods at a cheaper rates. Okay, like they used to sell their goods in a cheaper rate, or they sell their goods in a discount way. Okay, so the small units are eliminated, and because they cannot withstand the competition of bigger companies. So multinational company try to take over the business of competitors too. So in India, like Coca-Cola company has taken over the Parle Group companies, then producing like Limca, Thumbs Up, etc. Yes. So similarly, they have like in India like Gillette. Yes, they have taken over the like Mehrotra's like companies manufacturing blades. Yes, so these companies offer fabulous prices and lure competitors to sell their units. So once they eliminate competitors, they are in a position to exploit market. Yes, and they took their advantages. So multinational companies are against the interests of producer in developing countries. Okay. Then next is harmful to consumer. See, these companies are harmful to the consumers also. So see, the consumers suffer at the hand of the multinational. How? Because these companies try to create monopoly situation. And how they create that monopoly situation? By eliminating other producers in the market. And on the basis of financial strength, excessive advertising, then aggressive marketing, these companies attract consumer towards their products. And once the competitors are eliminated, then multinational companies start exploiting the customer by raising prices and then lowering the quality of products. Okay, first they will give the high quality of the products, but later when they were they were like settled down, then they started exploiting the consumer also. And how they exploit? They exploit by raising the prices of the product or lowering the quality of the product. Yes, so the aim of these companies is to increase only and only to their own profit, and they try to achieve it by any means. The next is bad business ethics. That means multinational indulge in bad business ethics too. So in origin or in the beginning, they send manufactured goods from the countries of their origin and market them in host countries, but just taking them there. So they try to delay the transfer of technology so that their own products are dumped there. And these companies also try to manipulate the laws of the land to suit their objectives. The next we have is currency manipulation. See, multinational companies try to use their foreign currency. Okay, and these foreign currency are reserved in such a way that they increase their profit. Okay, and these companies, being international, try to build reserves in countries with strong currencies. Okay, and raise loans. Then where currencies are weak, where the currencies are weak, they will raise their loans there. So instead of helping host countries in solving their currency problem, but this company rather like accentuate this problem by accumulating large currencies. Okay, so this is all about demerits of the multinational corporations. So you can write its discussed or its explanation from your book. Thank you.